photographers, thank you for commenting on my predictions for 2021. Your comments are always full of kind words. I'm very thankful. Peter called me viciously focused. That kind of comment reminds me why English is my favorite language. Thanks, Peter. You made my day. Always nice to read your kind words. Now, Edwin admonished me that April 1st had already passed. Well, sorry, Edwin, I guess I forgot to wind my calendar. Also, I didn't realize that humor, if that's what your terse comment refers to, was not allowed on other days. Again, please accept my apologies. Keith, who's a member and a regular in my comments, predicted that cameras designed for left-handed photographers would be released. I think that would be great. The camera's workings come inside a removable and reversible, fully weather-sealed rip curl neoprene jacket, so it can be flipped for left or right-handed photographers. Now, the jacket will use Bluetooth to communicate wirelessly with the body to access and operate all of the controls regardless of orientation. I mean the cameras, not yours. In addition to rip curl, jacket manufacturing partners will include Philips Hue, enabling photographers to change the jacket's color at any time. Now, KitchenAid will announce jackets with a heating element for shooting down to -40 and a cooling element that prevents overheating. The Canada Goose jacket also keeps your camera warm with the added feature of being more expensive. Google's camera jackets enable the camera to track your location and present personalized ads on the LCD screen for that mattress you've already ordered. Dave, who's also a member, said he'd missed my past annual reviews. Well, I can explain that. After making predictions, it's important to remove them from the public record. No one wants to be held accountable for the ridiculous things that they said in the past. Too embarrassing. It's like Snapchat or Mission Impossible. This recording will self-destruct. I will disavow any knowledge of these remarks. Andrew commented that in Thailand, it's the year 2563, 543 years ahead. Jochen asked Andrew if that meant his Sony camera came from the future. Well, actually, it explains a lot, including why more manufacturing is moving to Thailand. Michael liked the idea of in-body storage, but predicted that there would still be an SD slot for backup. Fair enough. Andreas said that I had him until wireless storage cards. Oh, the sarcasms like that, suddenly you realize it's just not funny. So I'll apologize if I hurt anyone's feelings or jeopardize their business model. The trend of the third millennium is disruption, which is tough on everyone, except, of course, consumers. Jochen said he felt it was very reasonable prediction and that it would enable journalists to upload their images directly to the news agency. And in authoritarian countries, the secret police would be able to find you and stop you from taking photos even before your batteries are drained. Rick, who's subscribed to this channel for 6 years, thank you, was happy to hear about wireless storage and hoped the upcoming Sony a7 IV would include some. Kalman, 1958, a fourth-year subscriber, predicts that Sony would release an A7A with analog controls. A small full-frame camera with manual aperture, shutter, and ISO dials. I predict that won't happen until Fujifilm acquires Sony's camera division. Alex said that firmware needs to be free, but he didn't specify if that was free as in beer or free as in speech, or as in free-range chickens. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I should have said free-range chickens. Lots of things, like chickens, need to be free, but that doesn't help struggling manufacturers whose accountants and shareholders want to see monthly revenue. How have firmware upgrades been free for so long? When that question, why has water been free for so long, was asked at Coca-Cola, they knew what to do. Let me know next time you see a working water fountain. Alex also predicted that the Canon R7 would not have a shutter button. Now that's a real cost-saving innovation, as it also means card slots can be eliminated. LightDark00 added to my wireless prediction by removing the battery. That's brilliant. Set the camera down on a wireless charger. No more fiddling with batteries and hard to operate battery doors. We do worry that batteries and memory cards don't tend to fall at the same time. True, but again, think of the revenue model. Nicholas commented he was happy I did not predict the end of tilting screens, as he prefers them over the swivelly ones. In 2022, however, both will be replaced by glasses incorporating heads-up displays, mainly to eliminate the cost of producing expensive OLED viewfinders. The killer feature for the glasses, which will be made by Varney, Ray-Ban, and Swarovski, releases the shutter when you blink. In 2023, more gestures will be supported. Squinting will close the iris, rapid darting back and forth will change the ISO, and cross-eye gesture zooms in. Roman thought that firmware should consist of two elements, a camera control module and an image processing module. Yes, exactly. Clearly, that's an excellent thought, as it enables 2 monthly revenue streams and even more competition. Let me say, I'll take the Nikon with the Hummer control and the Hermes image processing. Or would you recommend Kodak? Abraham predicted that cameras would support multiple Bluetooth connections, like one for GPS, the other for remote control. When I asked one executive about this concept, he said, "That's easy. Purchase 2 cameras." Jim suggested I try the hottest new camera of 2020, the Canon R5, an excellent suggestion when the temperature drops to -40 in Canada. When it's that cold, Dan Fahrenheit and Anders Celsius agree, so no unit of measurement is needed. Richard asked why there were no Pentax predictions. So I went back to the writer's room and found this in the shredder. Let me see if I can read this. Okay, so senior executives at Pentax discover that employees have been hiding the truth about sales from them. So they, sell the company's assets. The assets consisting of stocks of unsold cameras returned from camera stores will be purchased by international shipping company Maersk, who will send them to Southeast Asia, where they'll be unboxed in a series of unpopular YouTube videos, so that the styrofoam can be reused to package other shipments. The unboxed cameras, sometimes with batteries and straps, will appear on eBay and Kijiji, where after 3 months, the sellers will receive reminders that their ad is about to expire. Frederick predicted in-body ND filters would be found in more cameras. Excellent thought. It will be found between the other important photography filters, toy camera and miniature. Remy thought I didn't make enough model-specific predictions. Remy provided a few. A 30-megapixel Sony a7 IV, firmware updates to bring Sony's new menu system to previous models. Nikon will release more DX versions of Z lenses, along with more third-party Z lenses, and that's smart thinking. Nikon should definitely release more native and third-party DX lenses. And Canon will release a low-cost version of the R6. I'm giving Remy credit, as these seem much more realistic than my predictions. Now, Amir, who stresses that it's not a complaint, wondered how I managed to get from cameras to nachos. Well, I agree. I was not clear, so let me explain. First, on my current calendar, the one with the image of Kim cycling out of Toulouse on the Canal de Midi in France, I noticed that the end of the year was approaching. That annual event requires those in the media, including YouTube creators, to prepare a roundup of last year's events and predict events for the following year. It's a best practice. In order to track next year, I needed a new calendar. But I wasn't satisfied with free bank calendars, and that's free as in beer. So I picked a calendar that's focused to see how photography sneaks in again on milk. While doing a detailed review of that calendar's features, including the photographs taken by Jonathan Belaski, I noted the fun fact attribution of the invention of the nacho was suspicious, dubious, and spurious, altogether lacking in rigor. Amir's comment brings us to the end of my last video for 2020. Thanks to all of you for your civil comments and relevant questions. If you are inclined to subscribe or join me as a member, buttons are below. Now, do improve your photography skills by filling up memory cards and draining batteries. And again, my best wishes for your health, happiness, and prosperity in the upcoming 12 or 13 months. The revolution of the Earth around the sun continues. While you may put on your red underwear and count out 12 grapes, I'm off to make olibola and listen to Wim Kan, secure in the knowledge that no matter how obscure my references are, one or more of you will comment on it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.